In 1977, the space probe Voyager 1 took the first photo of the Earth-Moon system from 1.6 miles away. In 1979, it flew past Io, one of Jupiter's moons, and discovered that its surface had volcanic activity. In 1980, it passed by Saturn. In 2012, Voyager 1 left our solar system and entered interstellar space. You're watching Cine Digest, and this is Movie Recapped. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome stories. Meanwhile, on Earth, a group of American soldiers were on a mission in a dangerous war zone. Two enemies got close, but they reacted fast and killed them. Bombs were exploding in the distance, and the team kept moving, taking out any enemy that got too close. They went up some stairs to reach a balcony, and the snipers got into position to start shooting from above. The rest of the team searched the building, taking out anyone in their way. Dozens of men fell one after another with no mercy until the building was clear. Then, the team returned to the street and saw jets flying over the city while continuing to kill enemies. Unfortunately, when they turned the corner, a full squad of enemies was waiting. The group rushed to take control and joined the firefight, but no matter how many they took down, the squad was too big and they had no chance to win. They decided to retreat. As they pulled back, one soldier got shot and Roddy had to carry him. The shooting didn't stop as they ran, taking cover wherever they could and killing more enemies. Roddy wanted to tend to his friend's wound, but had to keep shooting to protect himself. When he checked again, the soldier was dead. Another enemy squad was coming, and the team was cornered at the end of the street. They used the radio to call for help. Suddenly, the area went dark, and a red light appeared through thick clouds in the sky. Both teams froze in shock as the light revealed a strange machine that fired a beam, killing the entire enemy squad in one hit. Then, the light turned white and charged for a few seconds before releasing a huge surge of electricity. The lightning struck the American soldiers, pulling them into the machine where an alien restrained them for experiments. The soldiers saw flashes of their past lives during the last battle before passing out. Later, the team was frozen inside a strange device. Suddenly, the machine turned off and the soldiers were ejected. They took a moment to recover, vomiting all the fluid in their lungs. Jax recognized it as stasis resin, which should dissolve quickly, but he didn't know why he knew that either. The team didn't know where they were and thought maybe the Russians or Chinese had kidnapped them. But the writing on the machines wasn't from Earth. Reyes found a plaque with their names and unit designations, but didn't understand how he knew that either. All their weapons were loaded, and the last thing they remembered was the street firefight and the lightning. Leader Kelly said they needed to move before their kidnapper found them. There was a big circular door at the end of the corridor, but pressing the button didn't open it. The soldiers worked together to open it manually. After taking another hallway, they found a second door warped off its track. Rhodey noticed a vent on the wall and sent Reyes to check it. Reyes crawled through the vent with a light in his mouth, found multiple paths, and took the only one with light. Eventually, he found another hatch and emerged on the other side of the vent door. After informing the team, they entered the vent to join him. Looking at the door from this side showed nasty burns and impact marks, as if someone had been trying really hard to break in. The place seemed like a maze, and Nash thought they were in a secret underwater prison. Suddenly, they heard strange noises and moved forward to investigate. In the next corridor, they found a trail of blood on the floor and a clamp on the wall, indicating a power failure. This meant the place was dying, explaining why the machine had turned off and released them. The next room had fog on the floor. A drop of blood fell on Reyes's face, and when he looked up, he saw bodies hanging upside down with no heads. Kelly took Gibbs and Reyes to the next room, where another mutilated body hung above a strange table. There was also a handcuffed woman named Robbie, who woke up speaking another language. The soldiers pulled a lever to free her. At that moment, a monstrous alien appeared in front of Gibbs, slashed him with its huge claws, and threw him back. In the previous room, Nash found a weird-looking weapon. The trio heard the commotion and rushed to help, but regular bullets didn't affect the alien's armor, and it knocked them down with one hit. When Kelly tried to shoot, the alien disarmed him and grabbed his neck, looking at him briefly before throwing him. When the alien attacked Jax, Nash passed the strange weapon to Rhodey, who activated it and shot the enemy, knocking it down. The soldiers thought it was dead and approached, but it roared. To their surprise, Robbie intervened and finished it off. She said something they didn't understand before leaving. The group followed her after realizing Gibbs was dead. In the next corridor, Kelly shocked Robbie by speaking her language. Another alien appeared and Kelly opened fire while telling the others to run. The alien had a laser gun and shot Robbie. Its monster team appeared behind it and also opened fire. The men helped Robbie and ran. A chase ensued with constant gunfire. The soldiers found cover in the next corridor, and when Robbie saw an opening, she pulled a lever to close the door. Kelly jammed a knife between the door and wall and told Jax to go with Robbie to find a way out. The aliens pounded the door, and the soldiers retreated, knowing it wouldn't hold. Jax and Robbie found a hole full of cables and crawled through to a vent. Reyes told the others to follow and stayed behind as a distraction. When the door finally opened, Reyes shot the first alien, causing it to fall and the door to close. All the monsters broke through and came for him, so Reyes ran to the vent. An alien grabbed his leg and pulled him back out. A second monster peeked inside, and Roddy immediately blew its head off. The team eventually found an exit and pushed metal beams into a room. After hearing Reyes was dead, Nash freaked out. Kelly calmed him and asked Roddy how he knew how to use the laser gun. Roddy didn't remember. Jax tried to tend to Robbie's wound, but she insisted she was fine. Kelly translated her words, still confused why he understood Russian. She called the men sleepers and confirmed the monsters were aliens. After explaining they were on a spaceship, Robbie said she knew English and told the team they needed to reach a safe place. Nash panicked, and Roddy threatened him to quiet down. Robbie reminded them they needed to keep moving. Meanwhile, the aliens mutilated Reyes, using a device to view his memories and learn everything the team knew. Following the memories, the alien reached the bent door and activated a device on its gauntlet. In one corridor, Robbie explained that the scarred alien was the leader, with dozens of monsters helping it. She also mentioned motion sensors on the walls and that the alien's goal was to capture a meal. Entering the next room, they found themselves on a bridge over an abyss, surrounded by thousands of lights. Jax discovered they weren't light bulbs, but capsules containing bodies. Robbie called them sleepers and urged them to move. They rested in the next corridor so Kelly could redo Robbie's bandage. They shared stories of life before the war. Kelly mentioned he was a divorced father. Nash started to wonder if the creatures were demons, not aliens, suggesting a biblical rapture. Minutes later, the team found a hangar full of containers. Robbie explained they contained all the items aliens stole from Earth. Roddy thought it was strange the aliens hadn't attacked and theorized they were trying to box the team in. Kelly agreed and decided to fight, ignoring Robbie's warning it was a bad idea. Jax volunteered to be bait, went down the hallway and started singing. The aliens followed his voice and Jax opened fire. After some shots to distract them, he started running. The aliens chased while firing lasers. Jax occasionally fired back, causing little damage but keeping them angry. Eventually, he reached the hangar, taunting the aliens to follow. At the dead end, Nash shot one in the head from his sniper position. Then the team surrounded the enemies, opened fire, and killed them one by one. After finishing, Robbie said it had been too easy and feared a trap. At that moment, another alien squad entered the hangar. The team opened fire, but even Nash couldn't hit because of strong shields. Everyone ran, and Nash jumped from container to container to reunite with the team. They ran to the door, but Jax was shot in the back and killed instantly. A grieving Nash shot the killer in the head for revenge. The 4 survivors ran into a corridor, took cover, and continued firing until Robbie found the door handle and closed it. Aliens came from the other side too, so the team escaped through a wall hatch, slid down a tunnel, and landed in a pool of skeletons and rotting flesh. The smell was so bad some vomited. When Nash started to panic, Kelly shut him up. Their conversation was interrupted by a voice from above. Ravi looked up and saw his mother, Anya, who threw down a rope. Ravi climbed and hugged her. The soldiers used the rope too. Kelly noticed Anya's uniform, confirming she was a Russian soldier. Anya guided them through corridors, avoiding wall sensors. She led them to a floor hatch and down to the basement, where she locked the door. All walls were decorated with art. Kelly shared how the team woke up, and Anya explained it was a trophy room. They escaped thanks to the machine malfunctioning. She had lost track of time, estimating 20 to 30 years. The soldiers realized Ravi was born on the ship. Anya revealed there had been an invasion. Voyager 1 had a map inviting friendly aliens to Earth, but evil creatures found it and used it to invade. First, they kidnapped the world's top military strategists, connected devices to human minds for intel, which is why the soldiers were frozen for decades. All the strange nightmares were war games created by the aliens to study humanity's combat tactics. This allowed them to crush Earth in weeks. The mind link worked both ways, explaining why the soldiers learned some things in return. Anya called it gifts. The ship was taking all war spoils back to the alien planet. Robbie's father sabotaged the reactor, causing the machines to fail. Usually Anya didn't share with sleepers, which is why she survived so long. Her team died during the sabotage mission, and now she needed the soldiers' help. Anya's gift was hearing the aliens from afar and understanding them. She knew they were trying to repair the comms relay. If they contacted their home planet, more aliens would come, so they had to stop them. The soldiers rested briefly, and Nash said they'd never go home. Kelly looked at a picture of his daughter, realizing she could be around 40 if alive, which made Roddy think about his kids. The team decided to fight and made a plan with Anya. They estimated about 20 aliens left. The comm center was on the top deck, their strongest location. Vents could get them there, although the aliens would detect them immediately. Luckily, Anya had explosives. The group crawled through vents to reach the top deck. Rhodey and Kelly distracted the aliens while Nash and the women set explosives. Anya gave Kelly a stolen gauntlet to use a shield. The team split. Nash's team reached the main room to watch alien guards from a balcony. In the corridor, Kelly and Rhodey found a sensor covered in blood, so they looked for a second. Soon, an alien received an alert on its gauntlet. Kelly shot at the sensor to distract the enemy. The guards in the main room were called away so Nash's team could emerge. While he kept watch, the women installed the explosives. Kelly and Rhodey hid when they heard guards approaching and waited for the right moment to shoot from behind. Backup arrived and opened fire. Kelly activated the shield, allowing him and Rhodey to keep fighting. An alien grabbed a teammate to protect itself and pushed forward, forcing the men to retreat. They hid in another corridor and continued the firefight. One alien detected something on its gauntlet and sent half its team in a different direction. In the main room, Anya heard the aliens coming. Kelly and Rhodey warned them while still under fire. There was no way for the trio to escape. When Kelly crossed the door, Rhodey closed it and told him to save the others while holding back the aliens. Rhodey went all out against the aliens with the laser until it ran out, switched to his regular gun, and got close to a creature holding him with its shield. Rhodey slammed against the wall before the alien looked at his face. He dropped 2 grenades, causing a huge explosion that killed him and surrounding aliens. The other half of the alien squad reached the main room, and the humans opened fire to take down as many as possible. Initially, they did well, but more shielded aliens arrived. Anya made Robbie leave and asked Nash to protect her. A bigger alien appeared and fired at Anya. Robbie shouted for his mother, and Nash had to drag her away as Anya triggered the explosives. The blast destroyed the room, the machine, and all nearby aliens. In the corridor, Nash saw more aliens coming and hid Robbie in a hatch. Then he ran, yelling, drawing the aliens' attention away from the girl. He reached a dead end and started singing Jax's song. Nash shot as many aliens as he could, considering activating his explosives. Determined to survive, he drew his gun again. When he heard no more noises, Robbie emerged and found an alien nearby. Meanwhile, Kelly was shocked to find a room filled with humans locked in cells begging for help. As he turned, an alien grabbed him by the neck and slammed him against the wall. Then they dragged him to the strange table from before and hung him upside down. The alien grabbed a blade and was about to strike, but at that moment saw Nash hiding inside the table. With one headshot, Nash killed the creature. Then the duo moved through the corridor, killing any aliens nearby. They reached the cells, and Kelly opened them to rescue the prisoners. More monsters approached, so Nash opened fire with a laser gun, taking down enemy after enemy. After all the prisoners were out, the soldiers closed the door and ran with Ravi. Soon the aliens caught up, and the trio took cover and returned fire. Ammo was running low, so Nash threw his belt with all the grenades, and Kelly closed the door to prevent the explosion from hurting them. Nash rested against another door, celebrating victory, when suddenly he was stabbed. The alien leader entered the room, so Kelly told Robbie to run while he distracted the creature. He picked up a blade and fought the enemy, who kept hitting him repeatedly. The alien threw Kelly against the ceiling before tossing his weapon, which Kelly dodged. After several hits, the alien used its shield to strike Kelly. Then it retrieved its sword and charged at him. The soldier waited until the monster crossed the door, closing it to trap its body and kill it. Seconds later, Kelly reunited with Robbie, who was too scared to go out. Kelly moved first, and she followed, discovering they were on Earth, which had become a wasteland. And that's the end of today's movie. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Cine Digest for more amazing stories with Movie Recapped.